If past attempts to envision the future are anything to go by, we likely have little or no idea of what may come. Most forecasts of the future have either been iterations of the past or a larger leap, often based on potential technological innovations, and now the consequences of the global environmental and existential threats we face. Yet they've still been generally based on a currently prevailing worldview. Few have been able to envisage what a future founded on a transformational understanding of the nature of reality itself and our purpose and possible role within its evolutionary emergence might look like. Nonetheless, we're on the threshold of such a radical and existential question, called to ask, what if such understanding might be imminent, and its corollary, what then? It is, here and now, at a potential revelatory moment of collective choice, and on the verge of a revolutionary and transformational journey that we stand. What if, instead of viewing consciousness as something we have and experiencing it at different levels of self-awareness, we come to understand as an evidentially based reality that mind and consciousness are what we and the whole world truly are? What if we're about to discover, as wisdom teachings have maintained, that universal mind literally informs the appearance of our universe as merely its semblance and not its fundamental nature? What if unity and its manifold expressions in complexity and diversity, rather than separation or uniformity, is indeed our existential reality? What if we as a species no longer need to hope, trust, and have faith in such an aspirational possibility, but come to understand, experience, and embody this essential realization? What if science finally catches up and converges with wisdom teachings to provide scientifically based evidence of the non-locally unified nature of our entire universe? What if we're about to be presented with ever more compelling confirmation that we're microcosmic co-creators of its unfolding and emergent, coherent and unified intelligence, a finite thought form in the infinity and eternity of cosmic mind? We are. Such a 21st century scientific revolution is well underway, and its recent breakthroughs are rapidly expanding across all scales of existence. Increasingly, its discoveries across numerous fields of research, from cosmology to biology, neuroscience, and the study of collective human behaviours and our innate non-local attributes, will radically affect not only our view of the universe at its smallest and largest scales, but every level in between, and vitally for our everyday lives. Crucially, its findings are manifesting a great confluence of the rivers of life, converging with spiritual experiences, indigenous and other perennial wisdom teachings, and numerous meta-analyses of supernormal and multidimensional phenomena into a cosmology of a conscious, emergent, and unitive universe, and a realization of our planetary home as also a sentient and evolving being, Gaia. This emergent understanding is enabling an authentic and unitive narrative to underpin, frame, and empower our conscious revolution, a collective we-volution, inviting a collective choice to awaken from the illusion of separation to an experiential and conscious embodiment of its evolutionary call and the potential for a future that works for all. It's evidence-based and emergent cosmology of a living universe that meaningfully exists and purposefully evolves as a non-locally unified entity is calling us to realise that we are inseparable from each other, Gaia, and the whole world. It's empowering us to remember and align with the wisdom and attributes of the ancient mother and ancient father of our human lineage, and in reweaving the wholeness of our being, to heal the trauma of our perceived separation into the belonging and evolutionary potential of our true nature. Given to the immediacy of our global communications and the cultural potency of its unitive empowerment, the possible dawning of a new and unitive age may emerge far more rapidly than we may think. The most foundational tenet of the emergent unitive narrative is that mind and consciousness are not something we have, but what we and the whole world fundamentally are. The realization of this universal unity and its expression in radical diversity vitally recognizes our interbeing and belonging with the whole community of Gaia and with the entire universe and its imbued consciousness, meaning, purpose, and evolutionary flow. It consequently also invites a range of unitive-based values and resultant ethical behaviours that are love-centred and inclusive. These are the same values that the most profound of spiritually based traditions teach, and what indigenous wisdom and healthy communal behaviours are based on. They call for us to recognise that we are naturally part of a universal web of life, rather than separate from it. These include reverence for all life. This embraces, honours and respects not only people and other biological organisms, but those who Native American teachings refer to as all our relations, including the body of Gaia, our sun and moon, our ancestral lineages, and spiritual and unseen realms. Another is a deep and felt sense of what is fair and just, that sociologists appreciate is embodied in us and expressed from early childhood. While young, we deeply care about such authenticity and truth, yet our societies, when based on a worldview and mindset of separation, teach and show us otherwise. Reciprocity is another value, which the Q'ero people of Peru call Aini, ensuring the mutuality and balance of give and take, and in taking no more than what fulfills a need, and especially when that is provided by Gaia, and to reciprocate with gratitude. All of these values are based on an experienced kinship and participation in a world where there is differentiation, complexity and diversity, but which is essentially whole, and its constituent parts inseparable, and as embodied in the principle of Ubuntu, an Nguni Bantu term that can be translated as, I am because you are. Perhaps the most fundamental unitive value is founded on this recognition. The so-named golden rule, to treat others and our planetary home Gaia as we would wish to be treated ourselves, is a value that lies at the heart of the core teachings of all major religions and spiritual traditions. Embracing and embodying these unitive principles breathes the innate and evolutionary love of Gaia and our entire universe through us, inspiring nature's dreaming of our destiny, illuminating our way forward, and welcoming us into intimacy with the infinite source of all being. May 2024 and following these 7 days of rest usher us into a new era and the dawning of a new earth and a unitive age.